Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Suhail and you are watching Arakan Times Daily English News. Today is 11th February 2024. Today's news headlines: Rohingyas are killed and injured in the clash between terrorists Arakan Army AA and Burmese Genocidal Military BGM. Terrorist Arakan Army AA collecting money from Rohingya villagers and threatening the villagers to leave their villages. 23 armed group members were arrested and the cases are filed against them by BGP. The statement of 45 details of the news. It is known that a clash broke out between terrorists Arakan Army AA and Burmese Genocidal Military BGM in Atwingate Rohingya village in Butiron Township on 9 February Friday. A source stated that 2 Rohingya were dead and 7 injured in the clash between terrorists Arakan Army A and Burmese Genocidal Military BGM from Atwingate Rohingya village in Butiron Township. The source added that total 2 dead and 7 injured, and amongst the injured a woman is seriously injured and the possibility of recovering is very less. And another minor girl whose age is about 14 years also got serious injury. A resident of Butiron said that there is no Rohingya remain in Atwingate Rohingya village and all the villagers were evacuated to the surrounding villages due to the heavy firing of artillery by Burmese Genocidal Military BGM from the nearest battalions. Most of the villagers from Punyu Lake, Ulape, Atwingate and Kingdom Rohingya villages were evacuated to the neighboring Rohingya villages due to the continuous clash occurring between terrorists Arakan Army A and Burmese Genocidal Military BGM in these villages. And they are suffering with numerous problems in this dense cold season and also facing with rations, he added. It is known that terrorist Arakan Army AA forcefully conducted convention with the Rohingya in the villages of Mebun Township on last 10 February 2024. A source said that terrorist Arakan Army AA forcefully gathered most of the Rohingya men and conducted meeting, and in the meeting 15 people from each village of Mebun Township were gathered and the meeting was for about half an hour ongoing. A person who participated at the meeting of terrorist Arakan Army A said that, "I am one of the participants of the meeting conducted by terrorist Arakan Army AA. And 2 things were talked in the meeting, and they are evacuating to surrounding villages for 7 days and giving 20 lakh kits from each Rohingya village to terrorist Arakan Army AA per month." A resident said that we were threatened to leave our village by terrorist Arakan Army AA. And terrorist Arakan Army AA also said that if you will not leave the village within 2 days, 10th and 11th February, we will ignite your villages. So we beforehand you to leave the villages, otherwise you will not blame or accuse us if anything happens over you. A Rohingya leader from Mebun said that terrorist Arakan Army A ordered us to accumulate 20 lakh kits within 10th and 11th February from the villagers, and it is very difficult for us to accumulate as the villagers cannot access to work since the clashes recent between terrorist Arakan Army A and Burmese Genocidal Military BGM. Now the villagers are in depression and worrying. The Rohingya communities who are in Arakan state are being threatened by terrorist Arakan Army A and Burmese Genocidal Military BGM with baseless accusation, and their original villages are abandoned due to the dramatic clashes between terrorist Arakan Army A and Burmese Genocidal Military BGM. And they are suffering with numerous challenges as they can't access to essential goods after leaving behind their villages. So it is a must to keep eyes on the remaining Rohingyas in Arakan state by international communities, said a Rohingya leader. It is known that 23 armed group members were arrested along with weapons by border guard Bangladesh BGP while they were entering into Bangladesh from the island situated between Myanmar-Bangladesh border on the last 6 February 2024. According to the news, the armed group members who were arrested along with ammunition are members of Arakan Rohingya Army ARA, also known as Nabi Hossain Group, and they were arrested while they were escaping from the position in an island located between Myanmar-Bangladesh border, and they are now on process to send to prison in accordance of the laws by Bangladesh. A member of Arakan Rohingya Army ARA said that they had to take their position backwards because they were attacked by Rohingya Solidarity Organization RSO and Arakan Army AA. And more than 25 members of Arakan Rohingya Army ARA were also killed in the attack carried out by Rohingya Solidarity Organization RSO and Arakan Army AA. And our members were arrested by host communities while they were entering, and then they were transferred to border guards Bangladesh BGP by host communities. And they are now being accused of criminals and will be sent for prison under the laws. A Rohingya leader said that the Arakan Rohingya Army ARA and Rohingya Solidarity Organization RSO are not representative armed groups of Rohingya communities. And they are not represented Rohingya communities. But they are working for self-profits, not for the communities. The leader also added that if they are working for the Rohingya communities, they must have to talk with Rohingya communities and they must have discussion with Rohingya communities. The government of Bangladesh should investigate newly arrived Myanmar junta forces for their possible involvement in atrocities crimes in Myanmar and coordinate with the International Criminal Court's ICC's ongoing investigation into crimes against Rohingya people, said Fortified Acts. On Tuesday, Bangladesh Border Guard said 264 members of the Myanmar Border Guard Police BGP had entered Bangladesh due to the clashes in Myanmar with the Arakan Army, an ethnic resistance organization in Myanmar's Arakan state. Bangladesh should avoid any hasty returns of these officers and instead give them any aid and protection they might need and investigate their possible roles in atrocity crimes in Myanmar, said Matthew Smith, CEO at Fortified Acts. Thanks for watching Arakan Times English News.